Clown Triggerfish Info and Care. Keeping fish as pets is more challenging than it looks. Fish have different requirements, and some breeds can't live in the same tank. Due to the name, many people confuse the clownfish with the clown triggerfish. You might be surprised that the clown triggerfish has a widely different appearance and temperament. As such, caring for a clown triggerfish takes some special consideration. This video will discuss clown triggerfish information and care, which is important to know if you want to add them to your fish collection. What are clown triggerfish? Clown triggerfish are from the Ballistidae family. They are saltwater fish that live in the demersal zone. Their unique appearance makes them a popular choice for fish enthusiasts. Clown triggerfish are primarily black and white, with yellow highlights around the mouth and fins. They have multiple patterns on their bodies, which is why they are considered unusual or eye-catching. They have large white spots on their lower half and a pattern of black dots on a yellow background along their top half. These fish are carnivores and eat anything from tiny crustaceans to sea urchins, thanks to their sharp teeth. The clown triggerfish is highly territorial and can become quite aggressive as it grows in size. They grow to a maximum size of 20 inches, 50 centimeters. It does need a lot to make it attack, which is an important thing to know if you want to keep this fish in a tank or aquarium. What is their natural habitat? You can find the clown triggerfish in the Indian and Pacific Oceans. It prefers shallow and rocky coral reefs and stays close to the bottom. This is where it is easiest for it to feed. They like to dart into crevices and spaces between the coral and are primarily diurnal. Clown triggerfish are solitary fish only seen in pairs during the spawning season. Their territorial behavior makes it especially difficult for multiple triggerfish to live in the same area. How to care for clown triggerfish. Most people want clown triggerfish because of their unusual appearance, which makes them distinct from other fish. But because this fish is aggressive and eats meat, you must be careful if you want to keep it in a tank or even a bigger aquarium. Let's look at what caring for a clown triggerfish entails and whether it suits your tank. Tank. To keep a clown triggerfish, you need a large tank, as this breed of fish requires a fair amount of space to move around. The standard recommendation is a minimum tank size of 100 gallons, 400 liters. The tank should have some rock-like decor that provides space for the fish to enter. However, you want to ensure that these items are secure, as the fish tend to move around. They can cause damage to coral and are therefore unsuitable for reef aquariums. The ideal salinity of the tank would be between 1.020 and 1.025, with a pH of between 8.1 and 8.4. You also want to keep the temperature between 72 and 78 degrees Fahrenheit. Thus, there is very little room for variation. They produce a lot of excrement, and the tank needs a good filter to keep it clean. Companion fish. Due to their temperament, you should not keep clown triggerfish with smaller fish. Ideally, you want to keep it with other aggressive fish that are larger and won't be intimidated by the triggerfish. The best time to introduce clown triggerfish into a tank is when they are small, as they get more aggressive and territorial as they grow. They are not as destructive when small and won't confront fish larger than them. However, they may attack other fish in the tank as they get bigger. Therefore, you may want to consider getting a larger tank. Also, an important thing to note is that you can't keep more than one clown triggerfish in the same tank. This is because they are territorial and will attack each other. Ideal tank mates are tangs and angelfish. In aquariums, groupers and giant puffers are suitable. Food. The clown triggerfish is primarily carnivorous, but it is easy to feed. You can also hand feed the fish, but you just have to watch your fingers as it has very sharp teeth. A bite from a clown triggerfish can be excruciating. You can feed them various foods, including shrimp, clams, and krill. They will also eat regular fish flakes. If you find a lot of food sinking to the bottom of the tank, you are probably overfeeding the fish or feeding it too quickly. You will need to clean out this excess food before it changes the tank's conditions. Nitrate and phosphate levels will increase, making the water problematic for the fish. Breeding. Breeding clown triggerfish are tricky because of their aggressiveness. Successful spawning has only been seen in huge aquarium situations. The male usually keeps a harem of 2 to 5 females and fiercely guards them, their nests, and their offspring when they hatch. They make their nest by digging a small hole in the sand into which they lay their eggs. After the eggs are fertilized, the male guards the nest fiercely for about 8 days until the eggs hatch. However, replicating this situation in a home aquarium is impossible. Final thoughts. Clown triggerfish are a unique species, and they are coveted because of this. Unfortunately, their naturally aggressive and territorial behavior leaves little room for companion fish in a tank. If you want to have one of these fish at home, you need a rather large tank and can only keep it with other aggressive fish. Keeping a clown triggerfish with smaller or more expensive fish is risky, as they will attack them. They are beautiful, yet deadly, so you should choose their tank mates wisely or keep them alone.